Welcome to Introduction Java Programming by Python and Yang, 8th edition. Chapter 4 Loops, problem number 9. Write a program that prompts the user to enter the number of students and each student's name and score. And finally displays the student with the highest score and the student with the second highest score. Now to start, first I'm gonna need to import java.util.scan. Now I can deploy my scanner object. So scanner input equal new scanner system dot, and at the end I should close the scanner input dot close. Let me comment this as closing the scanner, and here let me set the comment to scanner reference to gather user input. Next, I'm gonna need the student name, so I'm gonna deploy a string variable, two string variables representing the name of the first student and the name of the second student. So I'll name them as std1 and std2, and comment this as string variables carrying the student, the names of students with the two highest scores. Alright, and in here I need the scores, the actual scores, so I'll deploy them as double score 1 and score 2. And comment this as integer variables carrying the two highest scores. Anything else? No, I'm good. Okay, so now, and here I'm gonna need an integer representing the number of students, because I'm gonna use a loop in this exercise. So number of students given by the user, like that. Now in here I can start by prompting the user to enter the number of students. So start by printing enter the number of students. And in here I assign the number of students to input dot next int. Okay, now I have the number of students. Next, I initialize initializing the loop variables. Do I need loop variables? I don't think so. So in here I can instantly start with the loop. So loop to iterate through every student. So in here I'm going to use a for loop for int I equal to, I'll start with 1, I less than or equal to number of students, and I plus plus. And after that I deploy the string in here. Let me call it, I'll just call it student. And in here deploy an int, set it equal to score. So inside the loop let me comment here. So I'm gonna set comments inside the loop. In my loop I'll set 1, prompting the user to enter the student name and score. So first I print enter the students, enter the name followed by the score of student, after that plus the value of I, another plus, and 2 dots. So I prompted the user to enter the name of the student followed by his or her score. So since I'm having the name of the student, so student equal input dot next. After that, after the name, I have the score. So score is equal to input dot next int. Okay, now I have the name and score of student I. After that, number 2, I move on to my condition. So if I'll start with if the score is more than std, I'll start with std2. So in here I'm gonna need to initializing variables before the loop. Here score 1 is equal to 0 and score 2 equal to 0, just to avoid compilation error when I run the program. So it's more than std2. std2 might not have been initialized. I'm gonna need score 2, not std. So if this entered score is more than score 2, then inside my condition I check my second condition if the score is more than score 1. If it's more than score 1, then student or std, std1 is equal to student and score 1 is equal to score, like that. Here I got the student with the highest score. Why is this bold? Value student assigned to STD1 is never used. Okay, never mind that. And else, so if my entered score is less than score 1, then I conclude that the student has the second highest score, since this condition is true. So STD2 is equal to student and score 2 is equal to score. Anything else? Alright, so I'm done here. So I'm done with the loop. So after I'm done with the loop, let me just add line breaks. Comment here, line breaks, S out and S out. Then over here, finally displaying the results, or just the result. S out, first student, escape character T, followed by the name of the student, STD1, with the space, and the score 1. Next, escape character N to go to the second line, and I print second student, 2 dots, escape character T, the name of the second student, STD2, plus space, plus the value of score 2. What's my error here? Variable std1 might not have been initialized. So going back here, std1, set it equal to an empty string, and the same goes for std2, set it equal to an empty string. Okay, then I'm done here. Now I could just run the program, enter the number of students. Let me set this to 5. Enter the name followed by the score of student 1. So starting with Geo 95, student 2. Karen 78, student 3. Lemmy 87, student 4. Angus 92, and student 5. Mark 75. The first student, Gio, with a score of 95. The second student, Angus, with a score of 92. Okay, very nice. So like that, we would have written a program that prompts the user to enter the number of students and each student's name and score, and finally displays the student with the highest score and the student with the second highest score.